2 uninhabited Pacific islands. More than 5,000 miles from the UK.
One will be inhabited by 14 British men, while a separate island will be home to 14 British women. For 6 weeks, they will be utterly alone, with only the clothes they stand up in and a handful of basic tools and fishing equipment.
How many fishing lines have you hooked up before for film?
None.
Filming everything themselves.
When pushed to the limits of human endurance.
Will it be brute power
1, 2, 3.
or mental strength that wins the day? Who will
Have what it takes to stay alive.
Tonight, we follow the men's island.
Every single time.
It's little old me.
So unfortunately, I don't trust you.
Survival will be harder than ever.
They'll have to endure the height of the harsh tropical storm season.
A death trap round here.
They'll have to find their own water and hunt for their own food.
You took the hook and the lot.
Have these modern-day men got what it takes to survive?
Weeks ago, 14 British men were cast away on this remote Pacific island.
Hey look, you can see Pierce's heart beating through his rib.
Despite their best efforts, they haven't been able to find a sustainable source of food.
We need some decent food and we need it quick.
And the men are getting weaker by the day.
Exhausted.
But there is absolutely no food in this camp.
The group's become increasingly fractured.
You tell any chef that cooking for 11 people is physically easy and he'll stab you in the eye.
So far, it's 47-year-old Vic, the island's top hunter, who's managed to save the group from starvation.
When in doubt, send Vic out.
If I laid back a little bit further into the sun, it would feel like I was on holiday. Apart from the fact that later on I'm going to have to walk half a mile for water, fish until we can eat, and chop a load of firewood. Potentially the holiday anyone will ever go on.
The men have now been living on the island for a month. Unable to find a reliable source of food, they've had to survive on a meagre low-calorie diet of limpets, coconut and the occasional fish.
We are starting to starve. We're not eating enough. I mean, look, I've never seen my ribcage like that since I was bloody 12 or 13. I've got a bloody lollipop head. It looks wrong size to my body. It looks completely out of place. There's nothing to me.
After 4 weeks on such an extreme low-calorie diet, the men are actually in danger of entering what's called autophagy. And this literally means to self-eat. Their bodies start to cannibalize themselves, and if they don't find a sustainable food source for the long term, their physical condition won't just be in decline, will be in free fall.
So starting with Charlie, what are you doing?
Camp building.
Phil?
I'm doing water and wood and then chipping in for whatever needs doing.
Good man.
For the exhausted men, the morning meeting has become a vital way of sharing out their daily chores.
Trapping assistant.
Good man.
Vic's going to do water, wood and help anybody else doing whatever they need doing.
Sam?
The hunting is the thing that I'm probably the most excited by. For a personal level, I don't think I've quite achieved my personal ambition yet. My personal ambition would be to catch a vulture or something like that.
It's a lot of effort to do that.
So will you be doing wood then?
Well, when I get back, I can do wood, but...
You've got a master skill at avoiding that wood job, haven't you? If you don't bust a gut getting wood, we're going to run out and everybody's going to know you were on wood, you were a lazy
The group has given Sam his orders for the day, but he's not convinced.
Collecting fire was important, and I'll do my bit, definitely. But I'd love to do a bit more hunting. And, you know, it's that man against beast thing that I really enjoy.
Yeah, this is not dangerous.
With around 30 litres of water and up to 50 kilos of firewood to collect, the men have a gruelling morning ahead of them.
This wood is ridiculous.
Go on, man. Look at this. Go on, man. Go on.
Through.
Against the express wishes of the group, Sam has decided to spend the morning bird trapping instead of chopping wood.
This is quite exciting. So I'm under a little hide. Not the best hide in the world, but a hide. And I've got this little cord here. And hopefully, the vulture's going to come down, grab the meat, and I'll pull this rope, and we'll be in business. Let's just wait and see.
I work on foreign news stories. The problem with news is you always go to some of the nastiest places in the world. I have been shot at, I've had a near kidnapping, but I try to avoid those sort of things as best I can. Now, I'm aware that I'm incredibly privileged. You know, I haven't met the Queen, but I have had an amazing opportunity to meet people from every different sphere of life. I would hope that I'm not prejudiced. I do have opinions, but I've got a bit of grace to me.
Dad, I'm hiding for a vulture. And you're slightly spoiling it.
Where are you?
I'm hiding here, ready for a vulture.
Oh, for sake. The whole point of the morning meeting is to dedicate tasks. If he's got a task, he needs to complete the task before he moves on to something else. Softly's not working anymore, so we just need to be a bit more firm with people, I think. Sam, we need to stick to our tasks, otherwise we're not going to get done. It's like nearly 11 o'clock and you haven't done any wood today.
I'm heading there now, and it's going coconut for I'm doing trap as well.
But you're not doing traps, we're doing traps. You're not doing traps, are you? Do you just concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing? If you've got a task, stick to it, complete it, finish it.
Right.
Good.
I don't know. Bloke talk's a good, nice, posh game, but failing to deliver in my book, and an island where manual graft is king. We all have to work and sweat. And up to now, he ain't done jack.
Shall I drop this in then, me old fruit?
Sam's reluctance to fall in with the others is starting to affect his reputation in the group.
I've given up trying to second-guess Sam Farmer. He's his own man, and he sort of exists in another world.
Yeah. He's an airhead, isn't he? And he's... yes.
Vultures.
Exactly. I must get a bird trap. And I think everyone feels that bird traps are a waste of time.
There's a bit of selfishness there.
I think...
But I don't think it means to be selfish. I just think that's the way he's been brought up.
For me, and this is my opinion, if it is something that Sam wants to do, he will work hard for it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I just think he's had his wiped for him for most of his life, and as a result, he doesn't realise when he's possibly not mucking in as much as he could do with others.
And a lot of the guys here are kind of like, I do hard graft, I come from this place, I don't come from that. And their posh voice and the fact that they went to Eton, I think some guys here just don't relate to him very well.
As the men continue to physically decline, the group is becoming fractured, and it's as if they're judging each other not only on their ability to contribute and find food, but also on class prejudices, and that's coming to the fore.
An hour before nightfall, a tropical storm hits the island.
It's going to rain. Yeah, it's coming in. guys. It's gonna rain.
When it rains fast, it rains hard.
Dude, I'll stop doing that. Look after the fire for me.
The men have just minutes to secure the camp before it's washed away.
How's the fire, Sam?
Need some dry kindling.
Desperately need to protect the firewood. Without the firewood, we're screwed.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it's a death trap around here.
Come on, lads! Lickety split! It's amazing because it's pouring of rain. And under those trees, it sort of feels quite dark and it's like kind of panicky.
Now, go on, get over it, get over it! Yeah. Don't stop, don't stop.
And you come out here onto the beach. There's an incredible sunset over there. And it's just glistening on the water. The sun's just glistening on the water. And it just feels really quite peaceful, actually. It's really quite a peaceful moment.
Split some bamboo and we can make a drain pipe to carry it down to the beach.
Heaven's absolutely opened, enough to wash out the entire camp. All hands to the deck. There are certain times when some people need to pull their finger out and start working.
Ooh! I have had some monster bogies off this island.
Bogies?
Monsters.
Have you?
That must be one of the biggest bogies I've ever had in my life.
Eat it.
No.
Calories.
You dirty I mean, you're quite welcome to it, fella, if you want it.
I'm absolutely fine, thanks, Vic. I'm not that hungry yet, mate.
It's very tasty.
After last night's vicious storm, the men's shelter is in urgent need of repair.
I feel like a Shire horse.
I see, that might work, yeah. So that one never changes.
Piers Dan and Sam Farmer have been assigned the job of weaving new palms for the roof.
That looks pretty good.
That's not right.
It's not.
You're bending in the wrong way to start with.
But Sam's struggling.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Vic? Yes, sir?
I don't want to abandon my duty, but I'm actually really at this weaving.
No one's good at it. Everyone is each other.
I can't actually get to work, though. I spent 45 minutes, patted it, and I'm obviously doing something wrong.
You need a lot more determination, Sam. Just crack on with it. Just stay with it.
I've got to play to my strengths, and one of my strengths isn't plaiting.
Stick with it. We need to sort it out. The man the up.
Anyone fishing now?
It's too rough. Sam Farmer is shirking some of the harder tasks, and it's been noticed by a lot of members of the group.
I think some people in this group are working harder than others. I don't want to point any fingers, but
Sam.
I do have a bit of an issue with Sam Farmer at the minute, yeah. He's getting under my skin.
He just seems to potter about the place as if he's looking for his butler.
Sensing the group is starting to turn against him, Sam decides to approach one of his critics.
I hate tension, and when you can feel that someone's not quite at ease with you, I think it's worth nipping things in the bud early. Sam, can I have a quick word? I feel that you're a bit frustrated with me, and I don't want to make a big deal.
A little bit, man, I am.
What,
Can we talk about it later? I'm busy.
Well, actually,
Mate, Sam, let's talk about it later, okay? I'm working. Well, there'll be plenty of time, okay?
I'd rather talk it out now, because it's in the air, and quite a few people mentioned it to me.
Not now, okay? Not now. Please, let me finish this later on when we're having
5
some
minutes?
food. No. Let me get this tree down and maybe, okay?
Not highly successful. Never mind. He's not happy.
People are having a bit of a go at Sam Farmer, and I'm finding it a bit mean, really. Sam works really, really hard, but he works really hard on things he wants to do. He's getting a bit sidetracked in that regard.
Determined to stop the rift between Sam and the group getting any worse, Will takes him aside for a chat.
I definitely think I'm putting my weight.
But I think it could be perceived that you're doing the things that you want to do.
I honestly don't mind what I do.
I know, exactly. And I know that. I can see that. But if you're doing it on your own and no one's noticing,
Then it doesn't get
it doesn't get any kudos.
How bad is the gossip, do you think? Quite bad.
Yeah. If I'm honest, everyone's. It's yeah. I mean, that's why we're having this conversation. To be honest.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks very much. The last few days have been quite frustrating. Quite a bit of kind of gossip, you know, what's Sam up to or what's he doing? And it's really hard. It's really frustrating because I genuinely believe that I'm working as hard as anyone else and I'm giving my all and I'm putting my back into this.
Wanting to explain himself to the group, Sam calls a meeting.
I've actually found the last 3 weeks quite hard. I found the physical exhaustion that comes with a lack of food really hard, really hard. And I wanted to say thank you, really, first of all, to all you guys for being so amazing. And also for bearing with me. I haven't sort of almost been myself, actually, as much as I wanted to be myself.
Back in the big smoke, I dare say that bloke's king of the hill. No two ways about it. How he talks, walks and conducts himself. The great mind's fantastic, but we don't need great minds here. We're cavemen. We need your sweat, blood and guts. And if you're not, then it stands out like a blind cobbler's thumb, doesn't it?
Determined to prove his worth to the others, Sam has decided to resurrect the group's old fishing nets.
We have not caught one fish in a net yet. If we can get these nets out, I feel that the sea is our larder.
But having failed with the nets several times already, the others aren't convinced by Sam's latest idea.
These nets waste more energy than anything else. The amount of calories and energy people have expended with no return is unbelievable. I mean, it's just nuts.
With heavy weights and floats to get into position, Sam's enlisted the help of Barney to set the nets.
Barney, I'm trapped here. There are a lot of rocks around here.
Dragging heavy fishing nets out to sea, fighting the currents, it's going to burn through hundreds and hundreds of calories. With so little energy in their body, for them it's going to probably feel like swimming through treacle.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Gosh, that was exhausting.
After treading water for over an hour, Sam and Barney can finally head back to dry land.
How you going, lads?
Where you got, chaps?
Absolutely. It was absolutely just shattering. We really need to have 5 minutes or 10 minutes lie down.
I've caught some fish for you.
There he is.
The island's top fisherman, Vic, is returning to camp after another successful outing with his line and pole.
Oh, goddamn, boys.
We've got 3 in a puffer.
I have.
Oh, my God. You hero.
You're born and bred, kid.
Man's a hero. Back.
Right here, champ.
Is that okay with you, sir?
Yeah, lovely. Just leave him there.
Kaboom! That's what we're having. Yeah? Can I take these horrible fish off my exceptionally good fishing pole?
Yeah, stick him on that.
Thank you. Oh, dear me. It's a nice feeling, eh? To know you're going to actually feel some food in your belly. How's the old nets good, Tiger?
There's not a great deal to go round.
Of the 4 fish Vic caught, 1 is a poisonous pufferfish, leaving only 3 to share for lunch between 11 ravenous men.
It's not going to feed the 5,000.
Sam is convinced his nets are the group's best chance of breaking the famine. But he can't man them alone.
I actually came out here to grab Barney for the net.
There's wood to be got, and it's not fair to leave 2 or 3 lads doing it
but I thought it was a 20-minute job.
What, the wood?
What made you think that? Have you done a full day on wood yet?
No.
That's why you think it's a 20-minute job. And you know what I think you've done? I think you have rolled them nets up out there and just go for a swim every day. Listen, this is what'll happen, right? When we get back, we forgot about all this. People will say to me, what do you do? And I'll say, every day I sweated as hard as I could and I was as helpful as I could. And they'll say to Sam, what do you do? He said, it was a nightmare. I had to swim every day for some fish that were never there.
My heart bleeds for you, Sam.
Yeah, mine
Absolutely
too.
bleeds.
You wait till we get that haul of Teng stingray.
No problem.
You'll be patting me on the back.
But it shows you the north-south divide, doesn't it? Us Yorkshiremen will graft till we bleed. And you brains down south will work every inch of blood out of us.
Joking.
And you'll smile when you do it.
There you go.
Yeah, go for it, Sam.
Out.
Finish that baby
I'll
off.
film you, you do
Yeah,
it.
I'd love to.
Man's not got a day's graft in him. Not a day's graft in him. I shouldn't be hard on the bloke, because if you've never done it, if you're wiped all your life, then so be it, you have.
Yeah. I think Vic has made a judgment about me that, you know, life's been incredibly easy. And life has been easy in one sense. I've had, you know, an incredible upbringing. I have no embarrassment about the background I've come from, or the family I have, or the school I went to, or the places I've been. They are a huge blessing.
Oh, yeah. That's disgusting.
After just a few mouthfuls of fish for lunch, tonight's dinner is looking even more bleak.
Limpets.
There is probably 15 each, you'll be pleased to know. You'll all eat your 15 as well.
Horrible. We're eating barely enough to survive. We really need a haul of something, a big catch to come in or an animal to catch. It's so sapping here, and I'm not quite sure how long we can struggle on for without a decent feed.
Not too much pressure, but if you don't get any food, we're yeah, boys? So, yeah, thanks.
Now released from wood duty, Sam sets off to check his nets.
I'm feeling positive.
Despite the group's hostility, Sam's convinced his nets will work.
I refuse pessimism to seep in. Absolutely refuse
Optimism it is, then.
Optimism it is.
Sam knows that a big fish haul can mean not only salvation for the group, but would also restore his reputation.
It's got a long way out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Nothing. Oh, it's just what I want to hear.
It's just so depressing. It's just so much work.
Oh. Very predictable. It's a waste of energy, time, fuel, everything. Stop fanning around and start doing something worthwhile.
After days of criticism, Sam is determined to get to the bottom of Vic's hostility.
Vic?
Yo!
Do you trust me?
I would never trust a stranger.
Okay, am I a stranger?
At first you were.
Okay.
It's taken me longer to get used to you than it has any other guys, because they sound a little bit like me. You're the first person I've ever met that actually speaks like this.
Am I suffering your prejudice because of a bad experience?
From where I come from, we vote once every 4 years on a government, yeah?
Yeah.
And the person we vote for speaks like you. And we put every last vestige of trust in that person, and then you'd us every single time. I have more respect for a man who will break through my front door and steal my telly when I'm on holiday than I do that man that tells me that does this and don't point because it's rude and emphasises with hands and got a great speaking voice and Boris and all that sort of I have no respect whatsoever because they are thieving, lying, clever people with affluence and money and a good voice and a fantastic education.
Vic, you're basically saying you're all the same.
That's what you're basically saying.
But yes, which is perhaps lack of education, lack of understanding, lack of experience. Which is because I'm trapped in a working class life. People with power and influence, they just abuse the little man every time.
You assume I do have power and influence. I mean, it's little old me.
But it's difficult to get rid of all them years of listening to people with accent and class tell you one thing and do a totally different thing, because then you don't trust them at all. So unfortunately, I don't trust you.
Yeah. Interesting. It was hard to hear. I hate conflict. I have a choice, either just to try and ignore it, or I can try and embrace it and show him that actually I'm very different from those that have put him down in the past. And my hope is that he will see me by the end of this experiment. He will see me as a person who's on his side.
For centuries, the British have been totally class-driven, almost class-obsessed. And it's like a pathological disorder where people get fixated on where they feel they stand in that pecking order. Are they lower, middle, or upper classes? But if the men are going to survive here, they've got to put aside those prejudices and work as a team.
Right, people, the fishing wheel will go. Woo! I'm away, boys! Catch some supper! Let's have some fish. We can all have a decent meal.
With nothing to eat in camp, the starving men have decided to use their last reserves of energy on one big concerted effort to find food.
We have a first victim down there.
Oh, exciting.
Being the top fish catcher...
Pressure's on.
Yeah, the pressure is on. But I also think the mark of a man is in rising to pressure.
We still haven't got anything. Desperately need food.
After 5 exhausting hours, the men have found nothing for dinner.
Look at the you took the hook and the lot. That's bad. Oh.
Even the island's top fisherman, Vic, has had to admit defeat.
I'm gutted. I really wanted to bring in a nice haul for guys tonight to eat, do you know what I mean?
Exhausted, starving, hungry, and despondent, the men gather back in camp.
So what's the plan, guys?
Try not to slash my wrists.
Without a single scrap of food to show for a day's hunting, the group are out of options. Save one unlikely potential saviour.
What would you feel about all of us getting the net in today? Let's say after this meeting, we all troop down there. I mean, I'm being a bit hopeful.
How do we empty the nets?
You've got to bring them in.
Gonna have to pull them in.
Ooh.
I think it'd be quite good if we could pull together and get these things done.
Yeah, count me in.
Should we crack on?
Fair enough. Yes, I'll come in the water and pull a net.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Brilliant.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
Ready to go?
Come on, boys. Bring home the bacon. Bring on the fish.
Catch some fishies.
In desperation, the men agree to give Sam's nets a final chance.
He don't give up, I'll give him that, bless him.
But they are now making a dangerous gamble with their last reserves of energy.
Please be fishing this net. Okay, you ready? Ready. 1, 2.
There's a lot of whooping coming from those nets, people.
Where are you going, lad?
Me.
How many do you think you've got, Sam?
I don't know.
There's the first one, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, there's the second one, boys. And the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. No, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna come in. Excellent. I have a newfound respect. I really do. That is brilliant. That was the hardest thing I've long time. A big fishy hook for the old man of the fish.
Get in there, boys.
Get in there.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you. Very kind.
Finally, the net's come good. And that's all Sam Farmer's doing. He's been working tirelessly to get that. I think that Sam's going to be kind of accepted as more a part of the team now.
Share love.
That looks heavy.
Okay, guys. The first fish. Second.
Hello. Good sight.
Third.
All I wanted was just a fish. One fish. How many fishes have we got?
20!
Gentlemen of the net.
Through well done then, guys. 21 little fishies for the dishes.
Dinner's ready, boys! Nice.
It just goes to show the reality is, in a survival situation, it's the ultimate systematic leveller. There's only one class that matters, survival class.
Sam's determination's been amazing with them nets.
I'm really happy that you can see that.
Yes, I couldn't. I won't deny it, I couldn't see it at all. I just thought, well, you're a big city fanny. But the big city fanny's done good. Sam Farmer, my hat comes off to you, sir. Well done you for having the determination to fix them every time. Because that certainly weren't my cup of tea. At all. Well done him. Thank you.
I'd just like to say massive thanks and a raise my going up to Sam Farmer.
Sam Farmer.
Well done, big fella.
Founder of the fishing feast.
Here, here. Long may it last, fella.
Following the feast, 36-year-old Will is the only member of the group who's out of bed.
It's 8:30, no one's awake. You're going to make a lot of noise. It's 8:30. Sun's been up for 2.5 hours. Normally I've finished our morning meeting by now. So.
Will's worried the men aren't making the most of the energy they got from last night's meal.
I take it we're all going up. Morning. I'm glad you woke me up, pal. I'd have slept in.
What do you mean? This is a complete one-off, unique opportunity. I want to wring out every last possible experience out of it. I think we need a general camp wake-up call. It was 8:30 and most people were still in bed. We sat around this campfire every night and said, oh yeah, I want to go romping around the island, I want to catch a piggy, I want to get caiman, I want to do traps, I want to do this, I want to do that. Doing all these things, but 2.5 hours of daylight's gone. It's a bit, I think it's just a bit of a shame.
Oh, are you insisting we get up?
No,
I noticed you were upset.
I'm not
I noticed
insisting
somebody was upset this morning because it was a crescendo of boom, boom, boom for an hour. You can bang boxes and kick and all you want. We're all grown-ups. Nobody's telling me what time to get up.
Oh, no, I'm not telling you.
I am finished. Nobody's telling me what time to get up. I'll get up when I'm getting up.
You're making it sound like I was doing that on purpose to try and wake you up.
No, not at all. Were you?
No, of course not.
Then why would I think that? But I just laid there laughing, thinking, that's quite funny.
You'd be making noises, you'd be wanting us to wake up. We weren't us to wake up at about 8:30. You were banging boxes and making crashing and banging, and I was laughing to myself. I'm going to stay in bed and prove a point. Bit childish. How old are you?
11 a.m. The men finally crack on with the day's business.
We got a fish!
Having been out overnight, Sam Farmer's nets are continuing to bear fruit.
What's another fish below you as well? Oh my God, this is awesome.
I'll tell you what, we've got enough fish to eat tonight, so that's good.
How was it?
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, they're both grinning like Cheshire Cats. It's got to be good news.
The bag is full.
Bit of a tiddler, sorry.
Yeah! The yellow for the bag! I love tuna! I love tuna.
That net's working treats, isn't it?
Big tuna.
Oh, another tuna, different type of tuna.
Yeah.
18. Right. Filleting.
The key indicator of these tuna is the firmness of the flesh, see? Yeah, see that's gone. Sorry, boys. That is gone.
The men are paying a heavy price for their late start to the day.
Oh, look at that. We have wasted a lot of fish today because we have got pulleys in too late.
Yeah, we don't
A lot of fish. In this one as well. At the moment, I'm having a real problem with fish getting caught in the net, going rotten. You put the nets overnight, fish could have been caught at 1 in the morning, it could have been caught at 11 last night. All of a sudden you get to 10 o'clock this morning, you've been sat in a net for 12 hours going off.
It's 11 o'clock and we've only just pulled the fish in. I think we need to get out of bed.
Faster. Get out of bed earlier, yeah.
I think we just have a morning call. Go, right, 7:30, everyone up. I don't want to waste any more fish because we can't be bothered getting out of bed and now checking the nets.
Once again, the group's food situation looks bleak.
You need to head round this bit.
With no food in camp, fishing with a rod and line is now the men's best hope of catching something for dinner.
Don't be too long, mate. We've got a long way back, yeah?
Will is an incredible man for his energy and his ability to keep not just motivated, but to keep the enthusiasm to follow his ideas through when he's running on empty, just like the rest of us. It's really quite impressive.
I'm gonna head round, okay?
To get to the best fishing spot, they must navigate the island's treacherous coastline at high tide.
I think one of the most critical skills in survival generally is just awareness, you know, an ability to kind of assess and just take your time and think through things before you actually act.
But here's the danger. The more malnourished, the more their judgment gets impaired. And that's when they can end up taking risks that can put their lives in jeopardy.
Yeah, that's looking a bit tasty down there, isn't it?
Stop, Vic! Vic, stop! Well, have we left it a bit late?
Right, boys, this is where it's going to get naughty. Woo! It's like that big diving board, isn't it? Sheffield Arena.
Too high. What's happening, mate?
We've got some big ones coming, so let's wait. The idea is to watch them coming in, wait for a flat spot and go for it.
Hold! Hold!
There we go! Ah! Oh. Right, step, and, yeah? Well done. Next.
Come on, Piers.
Now, Piers, push off. Push off, push off, push off. Hand. There we go. Bingo, fella. Woo, big whale. Well, if I were you, I'd come a bit further along. Camera.
I can go all the way around.
There's no hole. There's no hole.
You can't get all the way around.
Wrong incline.
Vic, I'll not be able to make this with the camera.
That's okay. I'm just ready
So
for you coming along.
Go across, yeah?
Steady away.
That's fine. Easy to do that. Yep.
Be careful. Turn round, face the rock. Yeah, check for loose rocks. Right, aim for the hand. Aim for the hand. Keep hold, keep hold, keep hold. Let go, let go, let go. Holy
You okay? You okay? Okay, okay. Let's get off the danger area and then assess the casualty, yeah?
Will is losing blood and is in a state of shock.
Okay? Yeah.
Dr. Piers needs to get him back to camp urgently so he can examine the injury properly.
I tell you what, that was a massive fall. Totally unexpected. To see that cut was pretty scary.
Okay, well,
dude.
Dr. Piers can finally make a proper assessment.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy just to patch that up here.
You have to go, I'm really devastated.
And this, at the end of the day, Will, remember you're right-handed.
It's your livelihood. And we've got to be sensible and realistic.
Not good at all, this.
Okay, guys. Just give me a minute, yeah?
Give me a minute, lads.
He's such a valued part of our team. If he leaves, I would totally feel gutted. So I'm desperate for him to stay with us.
Knowing Will's injury is serious, Dr. Pearce has no option but to call the emergency paramedic team for a second opinion.
Do you think he's going off your hands?
I do, yeah. I want him to go, in fact. It's something that can't be dealt with on the island, okay? You need a surgeon that's trained, you need a sterile operating theatre. It's a real no-brainer.
It's gone quite deep. Is it goes then?
Injury is muscular and not just superficial, so he needs to be evacuated.
Okay, on board ASAP. Right, get your stuff together, okay?
Yeah. All right, fantastic.
Keep those feet.
After 5 weeks on the island, Will's time is over.
Smallest things. It's a simple fall like that, and it's cut my experience off.
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. You've been a hero, mate, you really have.
Guys, we need to go right now.
I don't care what anyone says. We've effectively had a leader out here, and it's been Will. He's led by example. He's led by inspiration. When people can't be asked or don't want to do something, he's done it himself, and he's filmed the whole thing as well. The man's been a machine. I think we'll regress to kind of ape men when now he's gone.
See you so well. Oh, he's got a sob on, hasn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, I think he's upset.
See you soon.
Good luck, Will. Good luck.
Right, fella? Yeah? No, listen, it's how it works. You did your best, that's how it works.
I never imagined that I'd be so gutted, so disappointed, so kind of upset with one of us leaving. Especially in the last few days, I've got on with him so well, and I've really made a really good friend there.